Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Pretty Little Podcast. I'm Allie Violet Vixen Commissaro, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Jessie.
Hi guys, welcome back.
So tonight we're excited to have our dear friends, Josh Houseknecht and Reese Singer from Burden of Guilt back with us. Get ready for some insights into their journey, a lively discussion about the ups and downs of navigating the band, all the way to Elephant Talk Indie Fest. Please welcome Josh and Reese.
What is up?
Hey,
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Yes, how's
It's
you guys
good.
doing?
It's been a minute.
It has.
So
what's new? What's new with
let's
you guys?
jump right in, and I want to hear all about what you've been up to. Highlights from last year.
It's been a journey. So I mean, as a lot of people know, I mean, it's the cat's out of the bag. There's been some major changes to the project. We have Miss Reese Singer is now the full-time percussionist for Burden of Guilt. It's kind of crazy how that all started. So when my former drummer, God love my former drummer, Rain Sparkles, had to leave the project for some unfortunate reasons. So at that time, Reese was like, "Well, we can't let this, we can't stop." So Reese said, "Hey, I can go out and grab a cajon. Let's see what we can do." So we had the show lined up at Nitro Bar, and it was a big deal. That's a really, really awesome venue. Unfortunately, that's no longer around, but we had a big opportunity to go down there. So we had a couple days of practice. Yeah, unfortunately, at least for right now, we don't really know what's going on, but there's a lot of changes, and just venues coming and going. We heard rumors that it's going to come
really
back up.
Like dropping like flies, aren't they?
Yeah, it sucks, dude. That's a really cool place. Like, we're both kind of bummed because we love the vibe there and the people who run it and just really good sound. But we had a couple of weeks. We had like literally one practice, and then we were like, okay, we can do this, and then went out there and ripped it, and just it's been a trending effect. But yeah, we've been playing nonstop. We've been like doing almost four shows a month for the last I don't know how many months now, Reese. Like, it's
most of the summer. Yeah.
Most of the summer, it's been every other weekend's been a show, or we've been doing something like we've been doing other things. Like we've been we did a lot of like getting our social media game up. We dropped a new album back in July, which is really taking off.
I have to say, I am so proud of what you've done with the social media.
Thank you.
Before when we were talking, you're like, well, what are some of the things like that like I should do? And man, like now when I see like BOG fam, I'm like, yes, he's doing it every day. Like I love it.
Well, a big part of that is because you're a big part of that reason why our social media is growing and it's taking off is because a lot of the advice that you've been giving me since the beginning, since we met, and I'm really grateful. It could even just be like as simple as like an idea, a concept video for like just something like playing outside in your backyard in your bare feet. I write those little details down and make the right videos. We're really trying to get more consistent with it, like trying to post like every day, like doing content. So yeah, a lot of that it's a lot of work, but you put the work in and the work pays off and the hard work pays off.
So you were telling me about like music that you have coming up and that you're doing a few things with some older songs. What has come out versus what is coming out?
Honestly, so the whole approach is kind of like we're kind of taking this like folky Midwest emo route with our sounds. We're really trying to like be original and not sound like anyone else. Like big influences to me are like Mitchie Ritchie and the Coal Miners right now, and I've been listening to a lot of like modern baseball and a lot of like I don't know, even some of my older riffs, but a lot of that stuff's been influenced me with I don't know, I kind of just took it back to square one where it all started. And Reese told me when the project started, that's where the route should have went before she joined on the project. So we went back to the drawing board. We rewrote it from the beginning, and since we've done that, it's like the entire essence of what Bird and Gill stands for has just taken off. We're getting festival opportunities. We're playing in big venues. We're meeting a lot of really cool people, and the connections are growing. I don't know, Reese, you want to?
Inside main stage for Elephant Talk. That's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm really pumped about it. We had I went down there when
I love Midwest. I think that.
Sorry,
you're going in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I might have lost him for a second. Jesse, are you there?
Jesse there?
I might have lost him for a second.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay. You're alive.
Yeah.
She's alive.
Okay.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying I love Midwest emo in general, and I feel like it's as such a community and tight-knit community. Like whenever I meet people who love Midwest emo, it's like if anything's not a phase, emo's not a phase, especially modern music. Yeah, and it's a very tight-knit community, and I just love that so much. So I love that you guys really dove into going in that direction, because I don't see enough people making that kind of music, and especially with such a dedicated, large fan base it has.
Well, like, and a big reason why, like, I really like, and that was actually, it's crazy because when I started, like, before Bird and Gill, it was Chokehold. When I started, my original idea was just to full invest in the Midwest emo, and then the people I worked with, like musically at that point, were more grungy and hard rock, and it just never really didn't sit as comfortably as this new sound is for us. And Reese really has this really cool background in bluegrass and folk, and I really feel like since she's come on through and joined on the project and just keeps playing with me, which I'm so blessed for, we really feel like we've created a sound that doesn't sound like anyone else. And you can really hear the influences,
They are bluegrass and folk, have like that's Americana. That's like a level, it has a soul to it, like such a deep soul to it. So I feel like there's a bridge there that's so strong in music that has meaning to it.
It does.
More than anything else. That's so
you
cool.
feel it in your bones.
Reese, how's it been for you joining the band?
So, yeah, kind of. We'll go backwards a little bit. What Josh was saying about when I actually, we'll go way back. So one of his first actual shows on stage was at the venue I used to run called The Church. And like, even when he messaged me and he's like, hey, we're this new band, I'm trying to get some shows, can you help us out? And because that was an underground venue that was all about helping undiscovered artists. So I listened to the little bit of live recordings that he had from open mics, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, we got to get this guy on. So, and at that time, yeah, it was Chokehold, and so it was the first Friday, I believe, was the first one, and I'm like, oh my god, this is cool, because I found myself singing along to the songs after the first chorus, because it was. He his Instagram thing is trust in the feels, and that means a lot, and there's truth in what the songs are. So anyway, I remember that version of his sound, and then I know a lot of it was environmental influence of Central PA scene, because you got to do certain things to get shows in certain places, blah blah blah. And it's really oversaturated at this point. And so that's what Josh was trying to do, and keep up on the scene that was happening at the time. I felt that his music kind of drifted. It was the same songs, but you didn't feel the same. So when he messaged me and said that Rain couldn't play anymore and he had a show coming up, and I'm like, oh, wow. Well, I'll do it if you're willing to go acoustic. because I can't do drums. I am not limb coordinated enough for drums, bottom line. So I'm like, I can acquire a cajon really quick and see what we can do. What's the most that's going to happen? I'm the one getting laughed at because he knew what he was going to do. And we did. We had one practice and we went to Nitro Bar and a bunch of our friends were there. Rain actually came out. She got there late, unfortunately, but she did come out to that show to support us.
That's Rain's style.
And so, yeah, we had all
Rain.
There's a bunch of people like, I live not far from Reading. So I had a bunch of people there and I know Frank that booked the shows and this Casey that does the sound and all that. And we went on and we were actually opening for a metal band that night. And it wasn't what anyone was expecting, but we got through it. And, the next day we talked and I'm like, yeah, I think we could do this. Let's throw out a few more shows.
That show, we actually ended up playing. Unfortunately, there were some cool faces in that room, like the lead guitarist of Die Tired.
Yeah.
Who we're going to be working with in the spring coming up. Which, if you don't know who Die Tired is, you need to go listen to them. They are one of not only the coolest group of gentlemen in Central PA, Reading area, but they are going places. Like, they're assigned bands, and we like to play with the high level bands, man. I mean, like, our goal, truly, and I'm not trying to get off topic because we love Die Tired, but our goal is we want to prove to anyone who books us that we can go toe to toe and play full kit bands on big stages. And that's what we have been doing this entire summer. Festivals, big venues, all included. I mean, we started the show off last year at the Sherman, which, if you know the Sherman, that's a big deal. And we ripped that place to pieces in front of like 10,000 people. So it was an incredible experience. So ever since that day and ever since Reese came, it's just been a domino effect. Like, all these incredible things are happening. All these awesome bands, and we continue to work with amazing people like you who take us to where you want to go. And I'm a very emotional dude, but I am so grateful for everything that's going on right now in this world. It's in this life, this scene. It's just awesome, dude.
I have a rule about music when I'm playing, and that is the same thing I had with my short stint in photography. If we start doing a song and we can't make you feel it, then we should probably throw that song away. And everything that Josh writes, this is all his lyrics and I help with arrangements now, but it's all his lyrics. And the point is to make everyone feel it. And we want them to sing along. We want them to be part of the show. And like I said, that was lost a little bit in his music over the past years. And I think we brought it back and stronger than ever. I had a thought, but it went away. Oh, and with the whole bluegrass background, like, I was out running around on the road doing whole weekend runs of being on stage and so forth. And I plays in front of the thousands of people and so forth. So been there, done that sort of thing. Now it's my turn to help Josh get to that point. And I honestly see us going much further than that, but one piece at a time. And
yes, we're taking it all in.
Yeah.
Did you take
it's
down
very
Sunflower?
No, I didn't take it down.
I couldn't find it on Instagram when I was looking to tag you.
Oh, so that's a new thing with our people who we've uploaded with our I'm not sure if you know DistroKid, but they took off the ability for like older albums to be like shared on Instagram, at least for us. Oh, there's my cat. She's coming up on the table. But anyways, but yeah, like, we don't know why people aren't able to use it. Like, I've even sent emails out and the guy said it's some part of their new policy. So
I mean, it was nice because it gave me a chance to kind of get to know some of the other songs with tagging.
Yes.
But Sunflower is my jam. Like, I was like, where's Sunflower?
Well, we had this discussion before because, you always get a little bit of the details before other people. There's a few people who get little teasers from us that we share stuff with, but we will let you know that we are back in the studio, and come some point this year, you're going to get a brand new version of that song with our new style. And we're trying to implicate full kit aspects, but also we're trying to stick to the route we want, because we don't want to have an identity crisis with our fans. We want the fans to know, what they're getting when they listen to us. They want to say, okay, so there's a full kit band on here, but why aren't they doing it live? So we're trying to balance it out, because sometimes finding committed drummers to do those aspects is very difficult. So
who are you using in the studio now?
Well, right now we have this guy named Nate that we met through our producer, who's really good. And these last few weeks, we've been having some schedule conflicts of getting together to kind of hash out and polish and get back in. But a couple weeks, I guess next week, he claims that he's going to be available. So when he's available, we're getting together and we're going to continue this process. But I don't want to give you guys a date yet for the new release for the next album, but it is going to be sometime early next year.
Nice.
We're also going to be doing, this is something that Reese and I really want to do. We both talked about this. We want to do live recorded albums for people. So, we have this really good show and we brag about it online, and we want you guys to hear it. So we have, with Reese's sound equipment, we have a way to record our shows now. And then all we have to do is mix and master them and then upload them. So that's another route we're going to be taking to upload more music consistently throughout the year, instead of just releasing one album or one single or EPs, to keep our fans engaged. So that's another thing we're doing.
What since you've been through Miss Rain Sparkles, how does it differ now with the songwriting and the creative process?
I feel like this is nothing with Rain, because Rain and I will always vibe forever. She's always going to be part of the BOG family. And, we've already talked about this with me and Reese too. We've talked about bringing her back for some shows at some point to get her to do some guest appearances. So we were talking about that. But the vibe for me, and truthfully, this is where I've always pictured this project going. I'm definitely more dominant from a musicianal standpoint, from a singer-songwriter standpoint. But the biggest thing with my sound is I need rhythm. I need drive. And that's what Reese does. She brings the drive to the songs. And it's crazy when you see us on stage, how much sound comes out of that PA system. It sounds like there's 4 people up there. And I've said that before with Rain, but it really sounds like it now. Like, you go up there, people are mind blown. They're like, there's just 2 people on an acoustic guitar and 2 vocals and a cajon.
Even your TikToks and your live sound incredible.
Thank you. That really means a lot to me. Especially coming from you, with how much of an impact you have in the scene.
And man, your angles are getting so much better. Like, before, it would be like the camera would be pointed up. Now it's like angled back, like get the full.
Yeah, you can see us now. It's not just me. You can see. I mean, you could see Rain, but it felt like sometimes in those videos with the people who were recording our videos and stuff, I felt like you could never really see Rain as much. Now you can see both of us, and you see what we do, and you're seeing the sound coming out, and you're just like, whoa, it's just crazy.
I don't have a bunch of brass in front of me to block the picture. Sometimes I wish I would, but
also too, since Reese has come on, we've been on the radio twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been on 105.7 the X. And we've been on 97.3 the River. And the first time we were on 105, Chris James did an interview with us. And then also, he played not 1, but 2 songs on 105. And we're we're like a Midwest emo, Americana folk, whatever you call it. It was just it was cool seeing that someone the face of that big face of a radio personality take interest in our sound and was really into it,
And
what songs
he played what?
Runaway and
3 Wishes.
Yes.
Yeah. Good songs.
And then they did Runaway on 97.3 too. And for anyone from WXPN that reads or views this, you know, World Cafe isn't far for us. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
You can come down there and do your thing, you know.
It's like, yeah, listen to it all the time anyway.
With Elephant Talk, which song are you guys excited to play? Because I know you're bringing something special to Elephant Talk. Like, I already know this.
So we have a new song that we've been playing called Believe in Dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really excited for Jerry and everyone to hear it because we think it's going to be our next big single. Every time we've played it, we got an encore at HMAC for that from when we played that song. We got an encore, so we had to go play another song, which we finished with Say My Name. But at that festival, we decided to throw it in mid lineup, and people were singing along. And then I saw you like the one video today, but you know, we had people actually like were singing the lyrics by the end of the song. Which
love dinosaurs.
Yeah, dude, you just gotta believe in dinosaurs sometimes. But like the whole song is really it's about like a '90s kid transitioning into his 30s and wondering what's ahead for him, and this person is just overwhelmed by the world around him, and he's just trying to take it all in, and that's really what the song's about. But at the end of the day, we just got to remember, like, you know, believe in dinosaurs. Sometimes you just gotta believe in love.
You need to find you inflatable dinosaurs that you can like throw out.
Oh, where? Man, that would be like
if I could
really
play
cool.
Cajon while wearing a T-Rex costume, I would. But
I was just gonna say, like, they've got those inflatable, like huge.
But would it work?
Don't know until we try.
With the dinosaur suit, Josh.
Yeah, I wear one on there on stage. Like, believe in dinosaurs.
You like this journalist?
I can't. Anyway. But yeah, the thing about that song is the fact that the rhythm is like completely different from everything else we do. We have a few songs like We Forget where, you know, the tempo changes right in the middle, and I have to do
in the dinosaur outfit. You know what? You might want to circle back to that idea if you're playing like a hot festival, because you could always have like a fan going inside.
We could bring the cost. We could even just wear the costumes just for that song, or we could find someone like a fan.
Yeah.
Like, hey, who wants to be a dinosaur on stage for this song, and bring him up on stage and just have him like just dance or just walk back and forth, or probably just dance. You know, that'd be cooler.
I'm old now, and the old song from the '90s is coming back. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Oh my god!
I love
that. The idea is time to hit Walmart and party.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Reese. You were in the
middle.
No,
you're fine.
I just like, dude, I kept picturing him like jumping around
with a dinosaur costume. Yeah, it would work. It'd work. I mean, right now, honestly, I would do it for you.
One. Right now, it's the time to find one. I mean, they're everywhere.
I know, it's Halloween spirit. Halloween.
See how many dinosaur costumes you can come across. You should take your kids to all the different stores.
It would be like green Jello, where you give everybody a head to put on and just march them around the room.
We love green Jello.
That would be so fun.
Yeah. It would.
If everybody was a different dinosaur.
I tell you what, Allie, if you do book us for a festival this upcoming year, I will wear that costume for you.
We will make sure there's dinosaurs. Yeah.
I promise. I will make sure, honestly, I will make sure there's more than one. We'll bring like 10 dinosaurs out just for that song.
You'd be like a bluish purple raptor.
Who's ready to believe in dinosaurs?
Jesse, what kind of dinosaur would you be?
I'd be one of those aquatic ones, you know, like the ones that are like, oh, this is what whales like the game, like this is what whales game.
Like Ducky from A Land Before Time, that type of dinosaur?
Yeah, it'd be like an aquatic one, or like something absolutely terrifying, like, you know.
You could pull it off.
Ducky.
Thank you. Something with sharp teeth.
Fern Gully.
Oh my god! The '90s was the best time for kids movies. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it really was.
I love that it's making a comeback though. Like
Me too.
all these like big 90s, like even Y2K bands are coming out with like bops out of nowhere. Did you hear
back? What'd you say?
Millionaires, they put out a new song. I don't know if the whole thing's out yet, but they at least put out like
a teaser
amount of it. It's called The Weekend.
Oh, okay.
I'm
gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
So what else do you have going on coming up?
So we got this pretty insane message today from someone we've been working with that wants to bring us out like Midwest to the West Coast. I really want to tell you guys everything right now, but all I can tell you is
you can.
We possibly have. Okay, I'm gonna say this in the context because I don't want to get like, I just don't want to like blast it out, but we possibly, for sure, 100% have an 11 festivals contract show thing locked in for this upcoming year, which takes us out to the Midwest to Michigan, and even possibly out towards like possibly California and Oregon.
Oh, that's so exciting.
We're not sure, like, I don't want to like blast it out yet because I don't want to it won't be a conflict of interest, but that's a lot, as much as I can say. But next summer we're going to be doing nothing but festivals. We're going to have a new album coming out, which is going to feature 3 brand new songs. And then we're also going to rework the original EP, and we're going to redo She Whispered, and we're going to do Sunflower. 3 Wishes has already just got a remake. So we have we're going to replace it with an original that actually was never recorded, which is called 8 Weeks, which is going to be on there too.
When I asked you what you wanted from music and from being an artist, and you said to me, I just want to play festivals and just enjoy myself and love the music, like you're
and change the world.
Like how
yeah, dude. I mean, sorry, I got like excited and dropped my phone, but no, man. I mean, I never really thought, like, I always knew I had the ability to do something like this, right? But at the same time, if I didn't have influences and mentors like Reese and Jesse Morgan and, and Dr. D and, Cabal and, and people like you, Allie, if I didn't have those little voices in my ear telling me to keep pushing and keep going, I don't know if we'd be at this point. And a few months ago, I was at a really weird point in my life, like, I don't know, mentally, I guess. And I was pretty close to just kind of saying, I don't know if I can do this, but I think a lot of musicians go through this fact. But I'm glad that I had that voice of reasoning from the people like you, and especially my wife too. Like, my wife knew I was feeling burnout, and I was tired and exhausted and drained. But she kept on telling me to push. And the same thing with Reese, same thing with Jesse, same people like you. And I didn't think this was going to happen, but here we are. And, maybe an 11 days of festival contract being presented to us. Like, it's kind of nuts.
That's so
and
fun.
finally being able to start making some money too. Like, I put thousands of dollars into this Burden of Guilt, this project, like my life, I guess it's my life project here, from something I put off my life for so long.
So you're going to do so good with merch, like at those festivals, like you better just load up, and you better do it all. You better have the flannels, you better have the hats, you better have like everything.
You can get one of these. You can
Burden of Guilt
Trust in the Fields hats. Trust in the Fields, man. Get one of these hats. But I hope
the OG flip flops too. I was just saying that.
Sheesh.
Like, so their shoes get messed up or like they're wearing flip-flops and they break or something. Like you'd make bank if you had BOG flip-flops.
And who doesn't need sandals?
Yeah,
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like that is a really good idea. But no, other than that though, we're trying to get out, like besides that, we're just trying to network. We're trying to get booked with bigger bands, and that's coming. And
okay, who are some of the bands that you want to play with?
Manchester Orchestra.
Great band. One of my favorite bands when I was in middle school.
Still, the last album that they released is the best production I've ever heard from a musical standpoint. The Live at the Earl, it sounds like a studio recording, but it's all live, and you can just hear the crowd and everyone singing, and just the emotion, and just the whole album is perfection. But yeah, like that's like number one for me. Opening for Andy Hall, like my hero, like songwriter hero, would be like the biggest blessing of all time, and also being able to do it with my partner in crime, my best friend here, Reese singer. So it would be a magical experience.
Reese,
and if Title Fight got that together.
Pardon me?
Who would you be looking to play with?
Yeah, I just had the name in my head. I go a whole different. But what did you say?
I said Spoon.
Spoon would be great. I would pass up Spoon to be with Guster or the Decemberists.
Decemberists are great.
Yeah. Patty Griffin. Patty Griffin is like my goal at this point. Her or Sarah Jarosz, either one, because like they have the folk bluegrass background to them, but that's not what they're stuck in anymore. So they'll do full band recordings, or they'll do just acoustic stuff too, just like us. So it's like, oh yeah, there's a mix. My God, to do Red Rocks with Patty Griffin would be wow.
Yeah,
that's on a lot of people's list.
No, wait, Jesse, what were you saying?
I was gonna say Boy Genius or something like that. I see you guys opening up for.
Yeah.
Boy Genius is really cool. I was gonna say too, like we've heard this rumor that Chris Werner from HMAC is bringing Dashboard Confessional back, and to HMAC, and when we did that show at HMAC where we had the entire freaking room singing every word of our songs, he showed up at the right time for that show. He walked in right when everyone was singing along, and I said to him on stage, I was like, if Dashboard comes through, who you should put on that lineup to open up for them, because it's not just the whole band, whether it's the whole band or if it's just Dashboard.
Did you get Chris to agree to it?
What's up?
Did you get Chris to
agree? Oh no,
he
laughed. I mean, he smiled at me, but that whole night was just chaotic, dude. Like it was crazy. Yeah. Like there was so much going on. Like there was just so much good energy going on.
All of our viewers should hashtag Burn the Guilt with
to HMAC and Chris Werner, yeah. And then he'll message me tomorrow and say, "What did you do?"
Yeah, no, but we got to meet. We got to meet his girlfriend, who was really nice too. Tanis from Lives Lost is upstairs. He came down. He listened to the rest of our set, which was awesome. We went up before he went on for opening up for Dead by April, and we were like, "Hey man, like we love you. Good luck. Like you're gonna crush it." They went up there and ripped it, and all the boys came down and watched us play. Once they were done playing, but we had a really good pool for that show.
We played with so many different kinds of big acts, like all different kinds of music. Like every time I talk to somebody, basically they know you.
Oh, dude, thank you, man. Yeah, like we hustle, dude. We hustle. We work hard. We put a lot of work out there, and we like to show love and respect, like to all the bands we can. Like we did a show at like ABC Brewing Co. Like a couple weeks ago, or it was like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, whatever. I forget. But we found out that one of our friends, Olivia Kim, was playing down the street. So we got done playing and we had a great show. And then we're like, all right, let's just go see Olivia play. So we went down there and we watched them. So we always try to show the love back to their bands. And like, it's hard for me to get out and see other bands all the time because, you know, I'm a full-time dad too, on top of being a full-time musician, working full-time. So like, well, we make it work. And we show all the love we can to everyone, even if, you know, it's, you know, there's other bands, you know, they may not like, you know, they might not like our sound or whatever, but we still try to like, you know, show up and be like, yo, man, like, you know, it's all about love in this music scene.
I'm going to do a shout out too. One of the best shows that I think we've had, the most fun show that everybody in the room was into it, other than HMAC, Bellevue and Sour Station at Sweeney's.
Oh my God, that place was
so
nuts.
much fun. Both those bands are so supportive of everyone they work with. And I mean, yeah, I would love to play with them again.
Dude, Bellevue sounds like, and this is crazy because they're young guys, but they didn't know who Brand New was. And like,
yeah, I'm like,
I don't like, because like, I mean, everyone has their own views on Brand New. I get it because of Jesse Lacey. And don't think I'm like backing him up or supporting him because what he did was wrong. But
they were
their
sound, the biggest.
I still like their music though.
Yeah, exactly. Band. But they sounded like Brand New. And I was like, I went up to afterwards. I was like, these guys sound like Brand New, and they didn't even try. Like the guy had like the lead guitarist had like was doing Midwest emo riffs. Like he was doing the whole like that thing up and down with his hands. And we were just beyond impressed by them. We were like, we told them after the show, we were like, we gotta play again, dude.
They bounced between Brand New and Bayside. Like
Bayside too.
Through. I'm like, holy crap. Yeah.
They were really good.
Iconic band.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And that's really interesting that they did it without even trying. And I think it's amazing that you guys always come out and support. You guys, it seems like, especially you, Reese, it seems like your mission in life just to uplift artists. And like, I'm just so blown away by that.
If you're good, we let you know.
Yeah.
Like we always let you know. And even if there's like, there's a lot of work of improvement and we find these little touches of just little sounds, little moments. We're just like, there is something there in any artist. They just need a little bit of boost, a little bit of confidence, just something to get them moving, you know? And we don't want to be known as one of those bands who just leaves early either. Like we stay till it closes just to watch all the bands. Yeah. Like we do. You have to kick us out before we get out of the venue.
I learned support a long time ago because I would be playing festivals alongside people that were on Grand Ole Opry stages and all over Nashville all the time. And I would be able to sit down at merch tables with them after our set and just get the knowledge. And talking to people like that, when you talk to them for 5 minutes, you're getting what you can't gain in 5 years otherwise. And it's just, you know, Grammy award winning artists and so forth. And it's like, that's what's all stuck up here. But when it comes to the modern support, it just sounds like we're shouting out to everybody, but that's fine. Dave and Rosie.
I expect that from Josh because Josh and I are kind of the same. Like every time I call him, I'm like, "Oh my God, you gotta listen to blah blah blah," and he's like, "Oh my God, you gotta listen to blah blah blah." Like,
well, my friends Dave and Rosie Kite from Chaos Guitars up in Allentown Dave is the king of promoting music. Like it's what he lives for. And every time, like they're some of my best friends, and every time I get to run a show with them, it's like the amount of support in the room is infectious. And you can't leave without saying, holy crap, that happened. And now I'm going to continue doing it. And so everywhere that Josh and I go, you know, we're making these connections and we want to see those bands again down the road.
Yeah.
How's it been for you, Josh? Because you went from being like the person promoting the band, and now you kind of have a couple other people that
dude It is definitely a weight off. Like, I feel like I have a balance now. Like, I feel like my posts don't feel rushed. Like, I can take more time and consideration and thought and less stress. But yes, it feels good to have support, having FMG, having Jesse help with flyers and helping making show calendars and and having Reese, repost things and share and making shout out posts and stuff. And then, we have people like you and, we have like, the Nailbite family too, who, help us out too, which is awesome. Shout out to Nailbite. We love those dudes. We haven't seen them in a minute, but we love you. But it feels good, dude. It feels really good. Yeah. And like also too, from like a merch standpoint now too, like now, like my wife doesn't.
I was just about to ask you because you told me you got some new merch ideas in the works.
Yeah. So like we have this guy up in Scranton, or he's only outside New York. It's called SA Inc. My friend Tyler from New Takebacks, which is a pop punk band up there, he really hooked us up and said, "Hey, I do merch for that's my day job. I can get you merch for a good deal." And then when he gave me the price, I was like, "What?" And then I saw the quality, and I was like, "What?" So we're really grateful for them. Shout out to SA Inc. up in Scranton area, which that's an area that we're trying to get kind of tap into a little bit more at some point because the music scene's up there. It's a little more hardcore based, which we know. Metalcore because of Motionless and White up there, and they kind of and it's so cutthroat up there too, which is crazy. Like it's so hard to get big in that area because there's so much talent. It's the same thing as Central PA. But it's getting harder and harder every year to get, the push.
Have you tried to get into the Ritz yet?
Dude, Reese?
Yeah, me and Josh got to have a talk. I haven't had a conversation with him in a while because, well, we've been busy and he's been more than busy. So, but yeah, I think we can poke around and get that to happen next year sometime.
Yay! We love to hear it.
I'm going to the Ritz next month for the first time to go check it out. I can't wait.
The Holzman Effect has played there 3 times, and I kept on saying I want to go, and then somebody would call me a week before and say, "Hey, can you run sound this night?" And I'm like, "Okay," because I got to pay the bills.
That's 4 guys, right?
Yes, and they're amazing.
I saw them. I believe they played at a show with Alex, and I was actually really impressed.
It's like Tool, but more refined. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, Tyler is a really cool guy. We, believe it or not, when they first started out, Nick Myers used to put bands in the garage where my venue was before the church was a thing. And they played a First Friday in the garage in Lebanon. And I'm like, when I heard Tyler's voice, I'm like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. And then the following year, he won CPMA award for best male vocalist. And yeah, they're great to work with.
So as far as for Elephant Talk, are you selling tickets off of a ticket link, or is it buy at the door?
It's by the door. So like we don't have tickets. We don't have tickets to sell. We had an arrangement with Jerry about how we're going to proceed with like how we're gonna get compensation and stuff. So we have a deal worked out with him. So we didn't have to sell tickets. Since we also
for anybody that has not been to the Tennessee Beer Hall in AC, it is phenomenal. They have a free parking lot across the street, so you don't have to drive around looking for parking. It's a really, really nice venue.
I love that.
It is, and their food's amazing, and they have an amazing outdoor stage too, and it's right in like a peak area of Atlantic City. Also, too,
Okay.
if you are wondering about how to buy tickets ahead of time, you actually, if you go to the Elephant Talk link that I posted on my page, or you go on the Elephant Talk website or Facebook page, you can buy tickets on there. You can also get shirts for $25, which is like have all the band's names on there, and like you can get everything signed. There's posters, there's baseball cards that you can buy.
I was
He
just
has
gonna say,
customized
are you
names.
gonna have your own baseball cards?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. We're gonna have them. Yeah.
I did not
That's
know
awesome.
this.
Yeah, he does. So like I was a little bummed because I like when I went down there the first time by myself, because Reese had to go slay sound. You were at Carnival Chaos, right, with Dave and Rosie?
I think that was one of those. Yeah.
But I went down there and played by myself, and I was like, "Oh, we don't have any baseball cards." And he goes, "I'll make sure you have them made for next time." So there will be baseball cards that you can.
That's
I think
Now,
they're
did
free.
you
I
get
actually think they're
a
free.
picture
Yay!
you want for the baseball cards, or like, do they pick the picture?
They picked the picture, so they have a. Oh my God, what's his name? There's a photographer they have come out. He's incredible. He does a lot of big shows down in Florida. Like he does like beaches, like does shows on beaches and stuff. I forget his first name, but he's the main photographer there. He actually took my my one headshot for my press release kit against the wall. He took a photo for me, and he goes, "What's your email?" and sends me. But he's going to be there taking photos, so all the photos are from him. If I can get the name, I'll send it to you, and you can just post in the comments or something. But I'm drawing a blank.
I actually was really impressed with how he takes the shots. Like, man, I was watching him like during the performances, like he is all over around the stage. I mean, he's like getting on a chair, like bending over for that shot. Like, he was really impressive, man. He was stretching.
Yeah, dude. No, it's awesome, man. Like it's gonna be a great. You guys are coming, right?
I'm gonna try. It depends. Like, Jackson's got a whole bunch of stuff because of the holiday, but I am gonna try to get down there. And if
I hope
I'm
you
not
guys
going,
can come.
that we do have a lot of friends that are going down.
Good. Yeah, we're gonna see him. We're actually excited too because Black Rose Rebellion's playing the same day we are, so we're excited
Hell
to see
yeah.
those
They're on the
guys.
outside stage. What time do you guys go on?
8:30.
8:30. We're playing. He's giving
Yeah.
us an extended set too. We're actually one of the only bands who has a 45-minute set. So he's putting us on longer. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That the one that you commented on my Facebook post, Allie. I just forgot their name again. Begins with an A. They're going to be on the outside stage at the same time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I saw. There's a lot of big names playing this year.
Hey, Jersey Calling.
Yeah, I wish Rubik's Cube was there the same day we were. I love hanging out with them.
Now, are you guys
cool.
planning on staying for both days, or
probably just one day? We're probably just gonna do one day because my job is really good about giving me off days.
Okay.
So if he doesn't he mixed my schedule up. He put me on for Friday, and I told him, I was like, dude, I had requested off this date like 2 months ago. Like, I can't work Friday. So if he doesn't put me on Saturday, then there's also we're open to the possibility of staying longer, more than one day. But it all just depends on that. I would love to be there for the entire experience, but life goes on. We got family responsibilities, bills to pay. It's tough out here,
So with Halloween right around the corner, do you guys have any fun Halloween plans?
So there's something in the works for Halloween, but we haven't announced it yet, but we will in a few days.
So we should keep our eyes open.
Keep an eye open. We might be playing
right now, since this will air on Wednesday.
All I can say is we're talking about doing a Halloween show in either Philly, or we're talking about doing a Halloween show in Maryland. We don't know that we haven't decided yet, but that is when whatever venue offers the best opportunity, we're gonna kind of take it on that, if you get what I mean. I don't
So
know
everybody
if
should
I'm
go
being.
under your posts and hashtag either Philly or Maryland.
Yes, please.
And there it is. The only one I have otherwise, I'm sorry, I'm blind now in my old age. November 2nd at Schnecksville is the next Live Loud local show being put on by Frayed Media Productions and Chaos Guitars. And you would know those names too: Mad Splatter, Lead Pedal, the Lousketeers, and Suppress the Sky. Anyway, that's going to be an after Halloween show.
Mhm.
And I got to get after Dave because he didn't announce the costume part of it yet. And we want to make sure that happens. But yeah, we couldn't make it happen in October, but we're getting that first weekend.
Do you guys have any idea what your costumes are going to be?
I usually just do classic horror. So I do like vampire, Jason, Michael Myers, werewolves, Frankenstein. I'm pretty like, I keep it simple, like most things. But
No
yeah.
Terrifier?
No Terrifier. I can't be that creepy, dude. I'm too nice for that, you know. I'm too nice to be a Terrifier.
I'm a basic bitch with it. Like, so my favorite one is the maid. But now my roommate is stealing that costume for one night. And then I'm not going to want to wear it again because after you see it on her, it's kind of pointless for anyone else. But anyway, and then there's the fallback is the cheerleader. And, you know, I don't know. We'll see.
So funny. Okay, like I've done the 31 days for a really long time. This is so funny. It goes along with the cheerleader. So I would always use a PO box because I didn't want to like use my address, and I don't use my address to like get anything like sent, like unless it's like actual mail. So a friend of mine, he's like, well, what do you need for your costumes in order to like keep it going? Because I kept saying, I was like, I don't have the money to like keep getting these like crazy costumes. And I was doing a cheerleader. So I was like, I need to get pom-poms. Yo, a month later, I get this package in the mail. And I like went to open, and I was with both my parents. Like we just happened to randomly like go out to dinner. So I'm in the car with like both of my parents and Jackson, and I have this package, and I like start to open it up, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know what this is. He had ordered 10 sets of pom-poms, and they had packaged together. And let me just tell you, it looked like adult toys when I was like opening the package, and I like didn't want to fully go into it. And of course, then my mom's like, what is it? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Here, I let her open
It's Christmas decorations.
It ended up being 10 black pom-poms, but it definitely looked deceiving when I was opening it, but just a funny story.
Back to the Halloween show thing, by the way, I will tell you that one of those venues that's on our radar that was in Philly was possibly Sweeney's. So we will let you know.
Ooh,
got an awesome show there. So,
but
if everybody,
we're talking a couple of different venues right now about doing a Halloween show. We kind of wanted to kind of leave it open because last year before we didn't have a Halloween show, and I waited and we got booked for an emo night at the Capitol Room at HMAC. So we're kind of just trying to like wait. If the Halloween show happens, it happens. Again, like, you know, we feel like we're at a point where, you know, we feel like we've really earned a lot of respect from this music scene. And, you know, and when you get to that point, you know, you kind of have to start like, you know, making those really ethical decisions for yourself and your partner in crime here, like Mike Reese singer. So, you know, but we're open to playing as long as, you know, the date's right and the time's right and the crowd's also there. So we want to make sure we're trying to really space things out and we're not trying to be repetitive and oversaturate scenes because we were kind of just at Sweeney's. So, you know, it's still enough time for us.
Halloween's like a totally different vibe, though.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep those things like in mind and like just show respect to the venues, but also, you know, let them know that, you know, like those dates we're going to guarantee to bring our people, you know, sell tickets, you know, fill the room up like we've been doing. Like we really feel like we've been pulling our weight in that aspect this year. That was our problem in the past. Like we would have shows where we'd have great turnouts and then all of a sudden it's just like that. So we want people there, and we want to show the venues that we're the real deal, you know?
Definitely. I think you've been proving that, though. I mean, you've played a lot of venues with a lot of different people, and I keep saying you're getting later and later with your lineup. Like you started that you were like earlier in the night, and now
We get
I
pushed.
see you working your way later and later.
Yeah, no more. We're less opening and more. We like playing mid lineup. We let people know that we really feel like Reese can attest this. We really feel like we fit well mid lineup, or we fit well like playing like either before the opener or the before the end or before that band. Like that's kind of like where we're at with that. But yeah, we don't mind opening if it's like, you know, if it's a huge band, of course, we don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll open. We don't care.
Since we're getting close to our time, I just want to say, where are you with social media? Where do you want people to go? What can we help you?
Yeah, if you can drop a like to drop a follow to our Instagram page at burden_of_guilt. We really appreciate it. We're closing on 2,000 followers this year, which is a lot for us. Like we went from only having like 900 last year to now almost having 2,000 followers this year. So we're trying to do that. You can also do TikTok at Trust in the Fields, or if you just type in Burden of Guilt on YouTube or Facebook, you'll find us.
And they need comments. Comments are part of the algorithm, and you need comments. So even if you don't know what to write, drop a sunflower.
Drop a sunflower, drop
or a dinosaur.
Or a dinosaur, or a black heart. You can drop a black heart.
Sweet.
Throw those emojis out there.
Amen.
We have your stuff going at the bottom, but do you want to throw out your pages just to keep it fresh in people's minds?
Sure. I can drop if you give me a second, I can drop my my link tree in here. Give me a sec.
Okay.
So
he'll be
back.
back.
I promise.
I'm coming back. I promise.
Yeah, it's fine.
Where can they find you, Reese?
Where they can find me is on Facebook. It is Reese Singer, exactly like it's on the screen right now. And if you go on Instagram, it is R Swigart. It's SWEIGART 70 on Instagram. That's pretty much it. Or follow Effigy Entertainment PA on Facebook, and it's
who is
just
the partner of Burden of Guilt.
Yeah, everybody go like Effigy Entertainment.
Yes.
Shout out to Jesse.
Yeah, we all promote each other. So Jesse Morgan, shout out to Jesse, my partner in crime with Effigy. He's, you know, that's my social media giant on there. So follow those shows too. We're not booking a lot of shows, but we are promoting a lot. So.
And Josh, where's your info?
Oh, did I not go in there in the
No,
comments?
it didn't.
It came up black.
I'm going to comments and it's all. Can I just
it's over in the comment, the private chat. Hit the center,
okay.
Hit comments in the center, and then it'll go on. Maybe you're not seeing the same thing.
I'm not. What the heck? I'm sorry, guys.
Well, on TikTok, it's Trust in the Fields, isn't it?
And
yes.
And also on Instagram, he's Trust in the Fields there.
Yeah, bringing up. We're getting up them followers. Help us out. Show us some love.
You're on all the streaming sites, aren't you?
Yep, on everything. The only one we don't use is Twitter. I really just Twitter overwhelms me.
We you know what? I've had this discussion with like 5 people in the last week, and like I feel like a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, it's so overwhelming, dude. And my phone already blows up enough, like every day, like
And
whether it's social media or texting, like it's nuts.
we haven't done the Twitch thing yet either, and not like it's a priority.
Yeah, because YouTube, I mean, Allie said this herself. YouTube's the future for all bands. I mean, it's where you're gonna make money off social media also. Like, and that's not. I mean, like again, like money's not a thing to me. But if you're putting this much time into it,
Yeah.
you like to see the fruits of your labor. But YouTube is huge.
They're expanding like daily, like
in the shorts. Like we're getting thousands of views on our shorts.
Like, yeah.
Like I know I see your shorts too. Like your shorts are hitting up. Like that's
they
where you get your
extended the shorts, the time of the shorts, which is nice.
Which is awesome. Yeah, because people don't have to just like scroll through your channel. They can just like if they like you or subscribe to you, they can just say, okay, there's a short just popped in my notifications. Let's go see it, like it, or comment. If they hate it, they can. But the goal is to make everyone go thumbs up.
Well, it was so great catching up with you guys, and I'm so excited to see you at Elephant Talk, and I'm just excited for everything that you guys have going on, like next year. That's so exciting. I love to see you doing exactly what you wanted to do. You got there.
Thanks,
you
man.
Did it.
You guys,
thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Means a lot.
You need to take so many pictures, and we'll have to have you back on to tell us all about it.
Oh, yeah, have us back in the spring so I can give you the actual dates for all the festivals.
Would love that.
And we'll get you out, and we'll get you some tickets. Like we're already planning. I will finish this whole thing off with, we are planning a major tour, and I'm very excited for all you to be part of it. And we're changing the world like we always said we would, Allie. You too, Jess.
We're doing it.
That's so exciting. We love having you guys on, and thank you for all the updates. I can't wait for even more updates in the future.
Yeah, I hope I wasn't scared. I hope I didn't sound scatterbrained. I wasn't trying to be like that, but after a long day,
and it's hectic for everybody, especially at this kind of time of the year. So we get it more than anybody,
Yeah, man. You guys are amazing people. I can't speak for
conversation with you guys.
Dude, we love you, man. You're tell you what, man. You're a big part of why Philly's going well. So keep doing it. And beyond Philly.
I got to go all out with my makeup today because both of you are totally into it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going hard today. I've had to hold back a couple times.
And I wanted to say this on your podcast. Congratulations on American Mosh Pits. You freaking deserve it, dude. Congratulations. It's been huge.
A lot of fun. Yeah, we are starting the segment Pass the Mic. We've already done a couple. We have some big ones coming up. We're going to be up at the Ritz with Norma Jean, so that'll be fun.
Oh my God, I love them. I love them. They're so good. They're still so good.
I'm
we may have to come up for that.
You know what? I don't know how I didn't really hear about them before, but I know that like since I started posting about it, so many people have reached out to me that like I had to kind of go in and like look up their music, and I'm like, wow, like this is gonna be insane.
They are one of the OG hardcore bands from the MySpace days. OG. I still have their CDs. I used to have them on my iPod, the chocolate phones.
Or like there's like this website I had, like you could make, I think it was called like makeplaylists.com, and it was just like a bunch of music, and we used to use it in school, and like half of my playlist was like Norma Jean. Like so I was sitting there like
I've seen like crazy mosh pits.
Mm-hmm.
They're nuts. It's the OG elder emos and hardcore fans coming out of hiding, and they're just
like Ben keeps saying like you're gonna get in the pit, right? I'm like, I don't know about that one. Like, no,
you should.
I might be in the Y2K cereal bar.
If you fall down, that's the great thing about Norma Jean fans. Like, if you fall down, like they will pick you up. Like, that's all love in the mosh pit with Norma Jean. Like, it's a family, and they're beating the crap out of each other.
I love Ben. Ben just texted me like, it's gonna be violent. I'm like, dude, that's not making me want to get in right now.
Getting in a mosh pit with Vinny is always a good time.
I know.
Yeah, it's always a good
it
time.
just cracks me up.
We love Vinny. By the way, if you're watching this, Vinny, I love you, bro. I hope I get to see you soon. We'll be back in Philly
Ben
soon.
from American Mosh Pits, Mark from Beyond Barrier, like just great people. But
Yeah, man.
Someone just posted. Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say somebody posted on Facebook yesterday about 45 and swearing I'll never go in the pit, but I end up there all the time. Something like that. And I had to comment on it, 54, and I'm starting the pit.
Yeah.
By the way, before you go, Allie, you need to look up the borderline. All I'm going to tell you is look them up and just be on eyes, because that's who we are going to be playing with almost every show coming within 2025. So keep an eye out for them.
Okay.
Yes. They are amazing.
If I reach out to them, who should I?
Christian Branch. I'll send you his info.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Borderline has Facebook and Instagram also.
They're our best friends.
I have heard some of their stuff. They're pretty great.
They're
better live.
Yeah, total energy live. So.
Oh my God. Yeah, they rock.
Oh man, between the two of you, you're gonna be tearing up that tour.
It's gonna be sick.
Yes, ma'am.
But thank you so much for coming on, both of you. Love you both.
Love you too, dude.
And I can't wait to hear about everything. And like I said, we'll have you back next year because I want to hear about all these festivals.
Sounds good.
Definitely.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
It's always so great having them on.
I know. And they have so many awesome, exciting things going for them.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, last year, it basically like Josh was playing like local shows. And I said to him, I was like, where do you want to go? Like, what do you want to do? Because I was helping with manage the band. And he's like, I just want to play festivals. So it's really cool to see that.
That's amazing.
Next year, I mean, 11 festivals. That's
a lot. And that's crazy.
Yeah, that's doing his thing. But so nice to be here with you. And just, we have a hectic month coming up.
October is really hard. It's like my busiest month of the year.
And we're going to be busy through October and November.
I know. So. It's going to be, a busy holiday season. And I hope that everybody at home has a fun and safe holiday season. And thanks for making the time in everybody's busy schedule, especially during a busy time of the year like this, to watch us.
Yeah, we love every single one of you. And thank you so much for taking the time to tune in each week and drop comments and like our show and just follow us.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.